Hello, and welcome to this lesson on how to use the Orion papers. So, the first thing that we have to cover is how do you access the Orion papers? Because this is not just going to be a tool that is going to be here in the videos. This is something that you can access and use yourself. So, to find the link to access the Orion papers, you can go to several different locations within the AWS Certified Solutions Architect course. First, you can click on the Downloads button here, and right here up top, link to the Orion papers. You can grab this link right here and put it into your browser. Now, it is important to note that the link does generally work best in either Internet Explorer or Safari. Both Firefox and Chrome can load and use the Orion papers. However, we have noticed some performance issues in terms of load times and also an occasional crash. But generally, in Safari or Internet Explorer, it works quickly and very well. Also, you'll be able to find the link in the course description under how to use the Orion papers, which is the video you are watching right now. So right below the video, you should see a link to the Orion papers. So once you have the Orion papers open, how do you actually use it? How do you navigate around it? What are the various resources that are here and available to you? Well, you should note that anything that is either orange or blue is going to be clickable. Those are our interactive aspects. And it all starts here with our main navigation between the account and services layer and the physical and networking layer. Now, I'm not going to get into specifically what each one of those two layers are now because I do cover that after the introduction section of this course and go into detail about these two different layers and what content is covered in each. But right here, this is our main navigation. Also, as part of this, there is an appendix. So by clicking on this, we'll be able to view and talk about various CSA concepts, terminology, get information about the exam, helpful links, and links to all of the live labs provided here on linuxacademy.com for this particular course. And then also, obviously, if you want, you can just exit out of the appendix. And the great thing about this navigation panel here is that it is going to follow you on every single page that you go to. So you can always use it to go back and navigate back up through the layers, view the appendix, or switch between the two major layers of this interactive guide. Now, over here in the actual guts of the Orion paper, you're going to see a lot of blue links. So basically, if something is gray, you're not going to be able to click on it. That's used as a label. But if something is blue, you will be able to click on it. And what it's either going to do is bring a pop-up providing more information about what you just clicked on, or it can also be used to drill down into the AWS architecture or infrastructure. So going back, as you see here, I clicked on a region, then on availability zone, then to show the VPC, then down into VPC networking. And what I'm doing is each time I'm kind of drilling down further and further into AWS networking architecture. And on each layer, I can stop to learn about the various services and features that are there by clicking on any one of them, or some of them also provide the ability to drill down even further to get more detailed information about those particular services and features and how those networks are set up and how data flows inside of the AWS infrastructure. And as always, I can just always use the back button here to navigate my way back up through the layers to the highest level of that particular main layer, being the physical and networking layer or the accounts and services layer. So that's just a quick walkthrough of how to actually use the Orion papers, and I suggest you spend a little bit of time just playing around with it, navigate around, have some fun exploring the architecture before we actually dive into what the specific layers are and get into detailed explanations about the various services throughout this course. So with that, we will complete this lesson. Thank you for watching. You may now move on.